Gun violence, in my mind, is a public health epidemic. And we should treat it like a public health problem. And the problem we have is that we do not have any research, so we do not have any evidence, and therefore we have bad policy. Right? It really is that simple. The data that we have available online, public data, whether it's news or searches or tweets, is really a resource that we can leverage to change gun violence research. The two examples I want to talk about today really revolve around Sandy Hook. And for a lot of people, this was a sea change in how people in this country talked about gun violence and the interest in doing something about it. What we're going to do is talk about two data sources, Google Trends and Twitter, and show how these data sources give us insight not just to the events that are happening, which the news data is really excellent about, but to the attitudes and beliefs and behaviors of people in the United States towards guns and gun violence and gun control.
First question we wanted to ask was whether there genuinely was a change in the way that people thought about gun issues after Sandy Hook. And so what we get at with these Google Trends are sort of very coarse, high-level trends over time of what people are following regarding guns. So we formed this Twitter data set by streaming gun-related keywords starting on December 16th, 2012, which was 2 days after the Sandy Hook shooting, all the way to the end of 2013. And we collected a total of 70.5 million tweets. We then filtered out that data set into those tweets that we believed were about gun control and those that were about rights. And the first thing that pops up immediately is that there are many more gun control tweets out there. It almost always dominate the number of gun rights tweets. And so in order to get at the sort of different topics or arguments people would use, we learned a topic model over a subset of our tweets. And then we took two groups, all tweets that were about control and all tweets that were about rights, and then we inferred topic distributions for each of those. Even though this was sort of a coarse approach that we took, we're able to get a sense of the kinds of topics that people talk about and track how many people support or oppose gun control in an environment where there's clearly not a lot of funding.